Sports Chunk.
Wide world of sports is going on here.
Sports Chunk.
I love that opening. Sports Chunk. Gotta do it, Sports Chunk. That's funny. All right, so let's just get into the good old Sports Chunk right now. Okay, so this story, I'm going to read this story to you. I'm just give you some highlights of this story. I'm not going to read the whole story to you. This story has been in the news. It's been on CNN, it's been on Fox, it's been on MSNBC, it's been in the Washington Post, it's been in the New York Times, it's been all over the place. I saw it, but I didn't hear anybody else talk about it because it seemed to me to be one of these sports things where all the sports people should get together and say, hey, you know what? That's not good. That's not good. I don't think that's a good idea. But with all the other stories that are out there with COVID and everything else that's going on right now, I can see where something like this may get pushed to the back burner, right? All right, so there's a head coach of a football team, Duxbury High in Massachusetts. Right now, if you go, oh, I know what you're talking about, good. If you don't, are you ready for this? So you watch the NFL, right? I remember I'm a huge Bronco fan. Love the Broncos. Broncos are my team, right? Peyton Manning, great football player, great quarterback. He has his little quirks. Okay, one of his quirks is saying Omaha when he wants to change up the play. So he's going to call an audible. He sits there and goes, Omaha, hut, hut, right? So this brainiac head coach of Duxbury High football team in Massachusetts thought it was okay if he used audible calls like Auschwitz, Hitler, Holocaust. You imagine that? Imagine you're a parent, right? And you're watching your kid play football and you're in the stands and you're playing your arch rival across the city. So let's call him Wolfberry High. Wolfberry High is taking on Duxbury High and it's homecoming. And your parents are in the stands and you're playing center. And all of a sudden your quarterback that's behind you goes 32, Hitler. Like, really? I would be mortified. I would be so mad at the coach. If I were the kid, I'd be embarrassed. If I were the parents, I'd be mortified. 32, Auschwitz. It's like, really? That's funny? And this coach is a moron. Straight up moron. And his reply, when he was asked, why are you using Auschwitz and Hitler and Holocaust, all these evil things as audibles? This is what he says. Well, I was trying to teach the kids about history. Really? The football team is now teaching history? That's a novel approach. I went into class to learn history. I didn't really hear it on the football field. And if that's the case, if you're trying to teach them history, why not be like, hey, Washington, Jefferson, Lincoln? Really? Emancipation Proclamation, hut. I mean, why not do that? But no, you had to go right for Auschwitz and Hitler? You think that was going to put fear in the guys across from you? The team across from you, the Wolfberry High guys, are on the other side of the ball, and they see you busting out Auschwitz, 1, 2, hut. Really? You think that's funny? That is, what are you doing? Who are you? You could have picked so many other phrases from history to use that would have been better. Just better. Flat out better. I have a dream. Hut. I mean, you really? You could have busted out that? No, you went right for the Hitler. Nothing to fear but fear itself. Nothing to fear but fear itself. Hut. No, we went right for the Holocaust. Really, mister? It gives me a headache. Because and he still has a job. There hasn't been a parent, and that's sad. That's sad because parents would probably call up and go, I don't think this is a good idea. If you're trying to teach history on the football field, maybe you should pick up some other history. Millions of years of history. You could have busted out some dinosaurs too. Brontosaurus, hut. Santa Fe Trail, hut. But you went right for Auschwitz. Right for Hitler. What's next, Goebbels? Goebbels, hut. Oh my God. Great purge, hut. Give me a break. Give me a freaking break. You know what? This is working me up. I didn't think I was going to get so worked up over this. I love history and I love football. And the fact that you combined them both and you made it like palatable. You, Mr. Head Coach of Duxbury High, you, sir, should get an award for making two things that were really cool and making them not cool anymore. Okay, so I'm going to wind down because I can't believe this got me that wound up. I cannot believe I'm this wound up over this. I mean, it's horrible, but I mean, to get wound up like that. Okay, so I'm going to unwind. I'm going to find my Zen place. Zen.